Drink a lot of water every day. That's very, very important. It's very important that you deliberately drink at least 1.5 liters, 1.5 liters of water, good water, every day. The advantage is not only it is a good way to remove toxins from your body, it also gives you a relief from the craving you have to eat every time. So many people are obese because they have no control over what they eat. They cannot regulate what they eat. So in such people who want to regulate the quantity of food that they eat, it's very important that they have deliberately up to 1 liter and more of water every day. That will help them to reduce the craving for food intake. We have food everywhere. In the cities today we have finger foods, comfort foods. We use food as entertainment. We use food to balance the moods, to balance emotions. People indulge in eating. So these are not really a requirement of food, but it is just to keep the mind occupied. Many times people are using food as something to keep the mind occupied. Now that's dangerous. We have food for meeting people. Sometimes we meet people in a restaurant and then we are compelled to call for some food. And the excuse of many meeting is over lunch, over dinner. So these are pushing us into a compulsion to eat. And it's most of the food, as entertainment foods perhaps, are also addictive. Many of the food designers have designed or researched into how salt, how sugar and how fat, we call it unholy trinity, how three of these things together is almost bringing addiction, because they bring it to that fine spot where you get a bliss point, a potential, an optimum bliss point of use of sugar, use of fat and use of salt. And most of the products as junk foods or as fast foods, some of them are even addictive, that you go back to it, that it is designed that you go back to it. And they are not contributing in a great way to keep you healthy. So you got to be a little cautious as a consumer of fast food, as a consumer of junk food. You have to be careful that the unholy trinity of excess salt, excess sugar and excess fat can give you a great mouth feel. It's in your mouth, it feels good, but it does not do good to keep you healthy. If you take a cup of tea and you add 1 spoon, a small spoon of sugar into it, another teaspoon of sugar into it, and taste it, and then add a 3rd teaspoon of sugar into it, you will come to a saturation point where you will tell, oh, it is too sweet that I don't want to drink it. Now a little below that is the potential, the optimum bliss point. A little below that. You can work it out with salt as well. When you use salt in fries, in potato fries, you can use salt, and study this yourself. When you start feeling that it's unedible because it's too salty, come 3 notch below that, and that is the optimum bliss point for salt in your food. So most of the foods that you buy outside is researched to give you the potential optimum bliss point of use of sugar, of use of salt. And the fat content in it gives you a great mouth feel, that you do not articulate it as taste and you cannot calculate it as calories. And because your brain is really not in a mode of calculation, the arithmetic of the calories of the fat, but it is giving a great mouth feel. So coupled with the mouth feel and the optimum bliss point, we become addictive to that food. So one relief from the craving of food is to keep on drinking water. And need to understand how you are becoming addictive, and you also need to cut off eating from meeting, from finger foods, from entertainment, from using food as mood stabilizers. So all this, if you really disengage food from your emotions and other reasons to eat, if you disengage the food, then you will come to a strict discipline of correct timing to eat, correct kind of food to eat, preferably vegetarian food, and lot of water to drink with it. Enjoy the healthy eating.